Everybody, what's up? This is Sandra and Sonia back again for another episode of Twins Talk Tubi. Hi.
Oh,
So we are in the month of June, and our theme for the month of June is all about LGBTQ themed movies. And the movie that we're reviewing today is called Death Drop Gorgeous. This movie came out in 2021. And the premise goes like this. A deranged maniac stalks and kills drag queens after luring them with a dating app. Now, as always, on the count of three, we're going to start off with our first time reaction of the movie. One, two, three. Okay. So I thought this movie was pretty funny.
okay.
I thought it was more funny than anything. Um, the story was a decent story, but the way they executed it, I don't think it was very good. It was kind of all over the
It was
place.
kind of flat a little bit.
Yeah. Um, there's a they had a lot of like characters.
Hmm.
It was, so it was like I don't know, I think it was too many that they all were not main characters, but they were in it enough where I was trying to follow different
Like different kind of stories.
stories.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I thought that was a little bit too much. When they finally revealed who the person was that was killing people, after that it just got ridiculous. Like it got pretty ridiculous, like just because they were finding all these dead bodies being drained of blood from the beginning, and you're like, yeah, it was actually a little interesting, like, oh, what, like, it's not just them killing people,
It's
like
not like a
what's
serial
going on?
killer.
What
It's
is it like?
something else
Like
extra.
a Is this gonna be like a supernatural thing? Is this like some kind of vampire-ish, or like some cults doing rituals? Like what is going on? And then whatever, we find out, I'd say a little past halfway in the movie, we find out who the killer is and what they're doing with the blood. Um, I don't know, we should say it. Maybe I won't say it, but it was pretty gross and weird.
Say it. You don't want to say it because you want people to know? You want
I
people
don't
to watch it?
know. Yes, people watch it, so we don't spoil it.
They're spoilers, people.
So it was like it was an older drag queen that was killing people, and he was basically using the blood like as like a fountain of youth to keep himself younger, because his act wasn't as popular. Like he was a really like a fairly famous in the community, but he got older, and he kind of there's other queens that were, popular, and he wanted to be back kind of in the spotlight. And that's what he was using the blood for. He was like taking a bath with it. He was even eating it. Like it was, I don't know. It was strange. I feel like the actual story about, okay, uh he's crazy, and he's like jealous of the newer drag queens that he's killing them off. Okay, I get that. But the fact that they added that whole thing with the blood was strange. I think it would have probably been better if it was they went another route with
I tell you one thing. I think it was different,
it. Definitely was different.
but I kind of wish that they would have made it into some kind of weird vampire or something.
I think that would have
That
been better.
weird vampire creature that was draining drag queens of blood
Yeah.
for whatever, besides the thirst aspect of a vampire, just something kind
Specifically
of
drag queens.
right, but for a specific reason.
Right.
If they did something like that, then all right, that might have made me enjoy the movie better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of fell flat. It was I thought it was a little boring at times. I found myself not paying attention at some
Yeah.
parts of the
And
movie.
it was a little long. Like it didn't have to be as long
It
as it
didn't
was.
have to be as long as it was. I agree with that.
'Cause I think it was
Um,
like an hour and 45 minutes or
yeah.
something like that. And they could have easily cut this like half hour of this movie out.
I I I thought it was they were trying to do something, I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at it. Like they tried to do a decent
Yeah.
horror flick, which, you know, yeah, it was a horror flick. It had serial killer, blood, a lot of kind of
Mutilation.
dismemberments and mutilations and
We won't
things.
say about that
We
one.
won't talk about those, but you can, if you want to watch it, then you'll see them. But it was a lot of that. So definitely it was a horror movie,
Yeah.
but it was just not, it wasn't like a 1-2 punch for me. It was just kind of,
Yeah.
all right, just a regular old new movie that came out,
Yeah.
that we're watching for this.
Try to go with a different concept, but
Yeah.
it missed the mark a bit.
It missed the mark a bit, I think, too. Yep. Not the best, but check it out, guys. It's on, of course, on Tubi. So make sure you check it out. We're still in the month of June. So, and there's a lot of movies, there's a lot of Pride movies out there. We
Yeah.
can't watch them all.
There's
So
a whole lot.
we watch a couple for you to review for this month, but check that one out.
Yeah.
You might think differently. So never know.
It's definitely a movie you can have fun with. It was
Yeah.
like, like a horror comedy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So yeah, as Sonia said, check it out on Tubi, and we'll be back next week with another review of another Tubi horror movie. So make sure you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel here. We are Horror Flick Chicks on YouTube. So make sure you like this video and you subscribe to our page. We post all our Twist Talk Tubi videos on here, and we also have a podcast, guys. Horror Flick Chicks podcast. We also have that here on our YouTube channel, so you can find that here. The last episodes we did were recapping the last season of The Last of Us. So there is a new season coming out at some point. So we'll be back with those when they do. But we have a bunch of different podcast videos, and they're all on here, so you can check them out. The podcast is also streaming on a bunch of audio platforms. And make sure you guys are following us on social media. We are on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and TikTok, Horror Flick Chicks. Look for us on all those sites and follow us and give us a shout. Let us know what you think of our stuff. We love doing these for you guys. And we hope to see you guys here next week with us again. Again, this is Sandra and Sonia from the Horror Flick Chicks. And this was Tin Sock Tubi. We'll be back next week.
Yeah.